Continuing on today, we are live here at Cafe Texan. And boy, the chicken fried steak, the eggs are slinging. Come on in and mention you heard about the chicken fried steak here, and you'll get a pat. You won't get a discount, but you're gonna get a pat on the back, and your belly is gonna be fully served. Hey, we're continuing on. Thank y'all for hanging out with us here. It is the annual Gel and Bell where we're supporting Safe House. Many folks in the community have stepped up and said, I want to be a part of this today. I want to support a great organization. Safe House is taking care of our community in ways that many will never, and frankly, they'll never see. But they're doing so much work behind the scenes for families that are suffering from domestic abuse, helping to find a way out, a safe way out to turn to in troubling times. And that's what Safe House is about. And that's why we have so many great folks today that said, I want to be a part of this. I want to help out. And one of those is our state rep here in District 12 and a good friend of mine who I used to shoot some hoops with back in the day, Trey Wharton. Trey, welcome, man. Good to see you.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me.
You bet. Before we talk Safe House, I wanted to briefly mention, how are the hoop days? You don't get it hooping anymore, do you?
My left knee said no one day, and so I don't get to go play anymore.
Yeah. I remember when I first met you, we were talking, I was all excited because you were telling me about your TCU days, man. So if you ever see Trey in purple, that's not Nacogdoches purple, that is TCU purple.
No, it's
right?
true purple. It's not lavender like SFA.
Well, Trey, we appreciate you, man. Thank you first and foremost just for being here. I know you were just telling me, you were out. You didn't get in until 9 last night. I know you're traveling back and forth to Austin, and then you're also running your business. You just have a lot going on. And first and foremost, thank you for your friendship. I was just telling you before we went on that you have been a friend long before you had any aspiration to run and serve our district and be in that place, and that means a lot. You've been such a tremendous friend to so many people in this community. You were born and raised here, the old Sears house over there. We were talking about it one time where the title company is. I remember that. Yeah. And so thank you for all that you do. I sometimes, folks don't get enough credit. You don't ever seek it. You don't like talking like this either. I know that. But I'm going to lift you up and say thank you for what you do, my friend.
No, thank you very much. So as you said, growing up here, my mom kind of instilled in me to pay it forward. And so that's kind of how I ended up doing this, all the things I've done before. And then I had a bunch of my friends ask me to run for this position. And, of course, I don't talk to them anymore because they asked me to run for this position. No, just kidding. But, no, serving kind of on a higher level to see what I can do to help out and make it better for the next generation. Now that we have a granddaughter, you kind of view it through a whole other set of eyes than what you used to view it through. So.
Well, it's good, man. Well, you're here today supporting Safe House, and this is such a great organization, and we're so appreciative of the services that Safe House offers. Trey, as I've asked everyone, and I'll continue to ask this question, what kind of tugged at your heart? How did the ask come to you to be here today, and what really tugged at your heart to say, Trey, come and be a part of this?
Well, that'd be Tracy. So that's Tracy Stout's fault. No, no. Once again, it's a nonprofit in the community that's needed desperately. And so just to kind of, it's not something I have to deal with, thankfully, but if I can help somebody else out in the process, that's what we're all here for. And once again, that goes back to paying it forward to try to make it better for everyone.
Well, again, Trey Wharton here is with us. By the way, when he started, the bank account, brother, on your end, the donation bank account was, I don't want to reveal what it was, but it was
zero.
It was a little. But I'm going to tell you what, we've had some donations come in this morning for you, and you're a little over 10% of the way there. We're trying to get $1,000. Trey's in at 105 right now, brother. And I want to encourage people, though. I want to encourage people that every amount helps. And, sometimes I think that when we give, we say, well, all I've got is $5 or $10. That ain't going to make a difference.
It all helps. It all helps.
It will make a difference. And so today, maybe you're watching, Trey's here with us, and you're saying, you know what, I've heard everybody else. Now Trey's here. I know Trey. I want to support what he's doing through Safe House through this fundraiser today, and I know that we're going to hit that goal. Closing in on $5,500, trying to get to $14,000 today, and we are inching closer. Trey, this community, you said earlier, just being involved and making things great for people. What has Huntsville meant to you? I know you talked about paying it forward, but maybe expand a little bit on what this community has meant for you for your whole life.
No, it's. I grew up here, went away to school, as you said, TCU, and then I was trying to figure out how to move back home because I wanted to raise my kids in this community. because it's pretty tight knit. Even though we're getting a little bigger than we were then, we all kind of know each other and look after each other. And like I said, I've tried to go. I've been fortunate and blessed, and I want to pay it back to the community. And so that's why I've done all the things that I've done through the years, and then we're trying to teach our kids the same thing to do that. So my son is early 30s, and he's getting in the same realm of trying to get involved and help things because this community raised him. So.
Yeah. Well, I know, too, you've had a business here for many, many years and been involved in the community. I know that Huntsville has meant so much to you and your family. I think some of our early connection may have came through the chamber back in the day. You were chair of the chamber, is that right?
That's correct, yeah.
Tell us a little bit about those days. You missed getting to do that? It was fun.
I was on that board for 7 years. So, and then, but no, it was good. That was I got involved with the chamber when I first started my business. And so I didn't have any gray hair or a belly at the time, which brings back fond memories. But no, it was that was how you got to meet people and get to know them personally, and then you ended up probably doing business together as well, or getting involved with different nonprofits such as what we're doing today. And so that's another way, another channel of putting stuff back into the community to make it better and meet more people. And that was the friendships meant more to me in that than anything I got business-wise. Because and some of the people you don't get to see them anymore. Some of them have moved away. But nowadays with the phones, you can. It's known to send a text message once or twice a year to somebody that may live halfway across the nation, and just to check on them to see how they're doing. But those are the long-term friendships that we form doing that.
Yeah. Well, again, Trey Wharton here. He is our state rep, District 12, but Huntsville's home to him. This is where he's born and raised and grew up and faithfully served this community for many, many years. I know your heart is all in, and you wouldn't be here today if it wasn't, Trey. And I know when Tracy called, that was a no-brainer. You said, absolutely, I'll be there. And here you are today on a very busy schedule to come in, hang out, and support this great organization. I've asked you some similar questions, but specifically for Safe House. This is an organization I wish didn't have to exist, but the reality is domestic abuse is there, and folks need help, and they need support. When you give back, Trey, it's so important maybe from a business owner's perspective. Maybe there's a business owner because you have your insurance company as well, and you've been doing that very well for many, many years. Maybe there's a business owner today saying, I want to give back as a business. Maybe from your perspective, why is that important as a business to give back to local nonprofits? Well,
once again, we make a living. Really, when you think about it, you make a living off of each other, and I try to always spend money local if at all possible, because the money's most of it's going to stay in the community, and by supporting the nonprofits such as the Safe House, you're putting money back into your own community that you made as a business from your local community. So you're trying to do things to benefit the entire community at the same time with the monies that you were blessed with as you earn them from your fellow customers and friends.
That's good. One of my minister friends, I talk to him every day, sends me it's always good to have that one guy in your corner, or in your circle. Not in your corner. I need this guy in my circle. The corner's on the outskirts, right? I need to have a guy. I don't know why they always say, well, it's good to have that person in your corner. I don't want him in my corner. I want him in the circle, man. The corner's on the outside. Put him in my circle. And his name's Joshua Harris, runs a ministry called the Oak Ridge Disciple House and helps men, that are battling certain things. But he always told me this, he said, everything that we have, the Lord has given us to give back to others. And I love that. That's what he's always said. And then I kind of laughed. I said, well, I got a bunch of debt. Can we give that to somebody else? But he's right, though, in all seriousness. $5, $10 really does go a long way. And I don't ever want to use the analogy, well, that's a cup of coffee, because, people drink. That's a lot of cups of coffee for some people. But I'm going to tell you, make it a point today to say, today I'm just going to give. I'm going to give $5. I'm going to give $10. And maybe you don't feel comfortable giving online. Come here in person to the Cafe Texan. Tracy and the staff are here. You can make out a check to Safe House. You can bring by cash. They'll gladly accept that. And we can all do it. But we can also really do it easily online, Trey. And your name is there. We put the link up. And so make sure that you give. And let's continue to support great organizations. Trey, before we go, I know you're busy. Maybe some final thoughts that are on your mind, my friend.
No, I'll keep harassing my friends to donate some money to help us out here, and we'll get that goal before the end of the day to do some good things. So, and I think everybody just take a moment, as I did every day when I walked on the floor of the House in the Capitol. I took a moment to realize the blessings to be there. And I think we all need to realize the blessings we have. We all have challenges, but we need to take a moment and think of the blessings, and then the challenges don't seem such a big hurdle at the same time.
Yeah, I'm so glad you mentioned that, because a lot of times it takes some sort of tragedy to bring people together. And we've seen that over the last few months, people coming together in a way that I believe they never have before, and we want to continue that momentum. But don't wait for something to happen. Come together now. Come together right now for Safe House, and let's make a difference. I know we're here at the Cafe Texan. We're going to support them. We want people to come. But and on a real quick last story, Trey invited me to come shoot some hoops back in the day. And I'm sitting here, and I'm a young guy, and I thought that I had all this and that. I couldn't keep up with these guys, but it was some of the most fun that I had, so thank you for that invite. But you turned me on to a place that I go and eat once a week now over at our friends at the Mayflower. You still getting the chicken salad sandwich?
I still get the chicken salad sandwich. Those are actually my next door neighbors own that.
Oh, okay.
And I pass on the chips just so I can get an extra cookie.
There you go, man. Yeah, and the thing is, they're up. I think it's $6.50 now. Boy, it's still a deal, though, man.
It's still a good deal. It's good chicken salad.
That's it. Well, hey, Good is supporting the Safe House, too. Come and support Safe House. Be a part of it. Trey, we appreciate you. Thank you, brother, for all that you do.
Thank you very much.
You bet. We'll cut it off here. We'll be back a little bit later as we'll continue until 2 o'clock today. People coming in all day to support the Safe House, just like Trey. Go ahead, give now under his name. Let's give him a little bit of credit for all the hard work that he is doing, supporting Safe House here today. We love you, friends. We'll be back at it here in just a few moments, so continue to watch our social media feeds. This is the annual Safe House Jail and Bell live from Cafe Texan.